So let's bring on another amazing friend. She actually just posted in the All Stars group. I was so proud of her. Let's bring on our girl, Monique Reycasa. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited to be here. Super blessed. Thank you, Joy, for having me. I'm so
Oh,
excited to share my experience with being an all-star, as well as where I started and where I am now.
you're
So
phenomenal.
this is
So
so
let's do
exciting. I
this.
can't
Yeah.
believe it.
Yeah. So where did you find us? Like, when did you kind of circle in my world?
So in February, I lost my job, and yes, COVID hit, and I was working at a local children's center, and I've been there for about 2 years. And I was like, this is going to be my last job ever working for someone. This was prior to getting this last job. I've been doing this field for the past 26 years. And, opening my own local school was always a dream. And so when I was scrolling through Facebook, just like everybody else, you popped up. And I was like, I wonder if this really works. So I just kept passing it by, but you kept popping back up. And so I said, you know what, God, this is definitely a sign, and it's the time is now. And so let me see what I have nothing to lose because it's a free book. So I ordered the free book, got it, couldn't stop reading it, finished it all within 2 days, and here I am. So during that time, I was on the fence. I didn't know if I wanted to do online because local has always been my heart, and I was going to try it. But then my heart kept pulling me and saying, you know what, go ahead and do local because that's exactly what you want to do, and this is where you want to be. So that's why I'm where I'm at. So I opened up a school in September, beginning of September, September 7th. Now, this is with no students. I didn't even post a founding family script. So believe it or not, I decided that I was going to keep our school as like a secret, like the best secret kept. So no, this is serious. I think this might be a known marketing strategy, maybe, who knows? So I did a lot of research first. I
Okay.
did a needed assessment. Basically, what that is you're going to look in your local area, check out about 5 to 10 schools, whether it's a homeschool, which is a licensed facility, or a children's center. So I did that. I looked at what the local competition was, and I wanted to see, well, why is that school better than another? Or I just wanted to get ideas on how I wanted to do my school, although I had a vision already. So what I did was I also did pricing that way too, because that's exactly how you determine how much income and revenue you're going to have coming into your
Mm-hmm.
center.
Yeah.
So knowing that from a home, I wanted to get licensed, and in California, a large license requires you can only have 14 children. You have to have at least a year experience and a partner or somebody that will work with you. So better yet, my best friend works with me, and we decided to open the school together. But I did all the marketing, I did all the touring because it was very important to me to establish those relationships. But I only used Facebook and Nextdoor. Nextdoor has like a babysitting page. So I was like, you know what? Let me just post some flyers that I made. So I got on Canva, which I never knew about Canva till Preschool All Stars,
Yeah.
which is so awesome because it's simple made, flyers, any marketing, business
Mm-hmm.
cards, whatever you need. So I did a simple flyer. I actually posted about 50 flyers around town. Did not get one interest from any of those flyers,
Yeah.
and only only messaged several families on a daycare provider page, which is a local page, moms groups. And what I found that worked for me was not only was I looking daily in the morning and in the evening, because Joy mentioned something about that with the family script, to post it certain times because people are home or people are on their break.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, let me look at the ads and see what other people are doing during those times. And I
Yeah.
noticed that a lot of the engagement is during those times. So from that, the daycare provided pages and pages where parents are actually there actively looking for care for preschools. And I basically handpicked all my families. So, or they were sent to me. So from God. I always believe that. So
Yeah.
when I messaged several families because I see their age group, what they were looking for, I would be very personable. So I sent them the flyer on the message as well as what I believed in and why I'm deciding to open a school in their area, local area.
Mm-hmm.
So which is really cool because then you're breaking down the ice and you're personable and you're experienced, but you do not have to have experience. You could just have the love and the passion of working with children and making a difference. So don't think that you can't do it just because you don't have experience.
Yeah.
So with that, it was so awesome because I also did like a video clip, and it was just basically a video, just like a walkthrough, like you're going in a tour. And I sent it. So it gave them a little peek of what our school's like with no one in there, but it just like the environment. And a lot of the responses were it's clean, it's organized, it looks like a fun place for kids, and I want to check you out. So I always schedule a tour within 2 days. I follow up the next day and say, hey, have you thought about it? Would you love to? We'd love to have you tour our facility. And that gets them to have that sense of urgency. We only have a little bit of spots. You know, we'd love to have your children grow. We'd love to be there and witness all the early milestones of them. And it's just so awesome because we truly believe it. They feel it. And this is just over the internet. So it's pretty awesome because then when they meet you, it's like basically it confirms, you know, hey, this is exactly who she is. So it's really awesome. And so today, last weekend, I actually over enrolled by 2, but it works out because we have 2 part-timers. And so I filled those 2 part-time spots, which is awesome. So I charge full-time rates. We don't do part-time. We tell the parents you can do part-time, but you have to pay full-time just because it's once you're locked in, it's like the area that I'm in, the scarcity of certain like infants and toddlers is it's like 3-year wait list everywhere. And it makes me so sad because I'm like, I just need to open up an infant center soon. So,
and I love that you brought that up really quick. I love that you brought that up. So let's clarify really quick. Now, typically 99.9% of the people I help start part-time preschools. That's like what we're known for, right? But every now and then we get a beautiful girl like Monique or like Valerie David who comes in and say, you know what? I'm going to take everything that Joyce said, and then I'm going to like make my ideal program the way that I want, you know, but with all these like amazing, you know, oh, I didn't think about that and this marketing strategy and this like, and so what you do then is all of a sudden you can create a phenomenal place, right?
Yeah.
Like the premier program in your area. So I love that you created that. That's awesome.
And what I really loved is how you laid out this business. I mean, as far as the All-Stars group and also the Preschool in a Box, those tools are invaluable. You're going to have those tools forever. And you really underpriced it. And I am just so blessed to have gotten it at the time I did, even though I wish I met you years and years ago. I probably would have been an owner over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But you just never know. And, you know, you laid it all out. And I want to thank you so much because I would have still been at the same job, you know, working 6 to 6. This time it's different because I'm doing it for myself and I love what I do. And this is the way I'm establishing the way I want things. And I am planning on growing, you know, we're planning on opening another location by the end of the year and then another one next year. But the dream is to buy a property to be able to open up a school full on. So super excited. And so as far as like, so when I did my tuition rates, I looked at everybody's just to see what age and how much they were charging. So our price is very competitive because it's around the same, but maybe just a little bit more, $10 more. Yeah. And the reason being was because the rates are constantly changing, it seems, every month, because people will also market in a way that since it's COVID, we only could have a certain amount of children. So this is why we have to charge $600 a month instead of $300 a month. And I'm like, I can't rob my parents like that. That is not nice. So I'm like, you know what? We're not here for the money. You know what? The residual, when you get it, what you put in, you're going to get back in so many other ways, like seeing the smiles of the faces of the children and the families, how much you've helped them and just built a relationship. It's just so more important than money can't ever buy. And so that's what I, you know, and so how I priced it. And when I calculated everything, we do charge a reg fee, which is a yearly fee, and it's $150. And then if it's a multiple child, it's $200 per family. Yeah. And then we also require a 2-week deposit. So we're closed the last 2 weeks of the year, which we don't charge parents, but we have that 2-week deposit. So that kind of consumes those 2 weeks. So yeah. So when I calculated, we have 6 infants enrolled and we have 10 preschoolers. And so it all calculates for the first month at $33,900, but on a typical month, it would be $23,360. So more than I actually expected. When I did a business plan, it was actually lowballed even lower than that to only $14,000. And so when I laid everything out on paper, I was just blown away. So we did rent a
Hello.
space. So it's like, everything is just full circle. And when I said it does take a village, it really does. And, you're all-star sisters. We are a village, and we're here to help and support and encourage each other. And
Yeah.
we are here for you. And it's just so exciting. Like I said, if I have not came across your ad, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you so much, Joy, for having me. And I cannot wait to witness all my sisters get to where they're supposed to be. Yes. And I'm going to school full-time online for a master's. So yeah, my brain doesn't stop, just like you, Joy.
That's beautiful. I know. And I don't think any of ours does, and that's okay.
Yes.
But so
that's okay.
Let me ask you this. So back when you said February, you were laid off, right? You got fired, laid off, whatever it was.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you laid off. So let me ask you this. Could you ever have imagined that, like it's a little bit more, but you joined us in April, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you joined us in April. So, but in February, when you had no job and you're like, oh my gosh, now I got to go get another job, go find another, start over. Could you ever have imagined that, this year you would have had your own place with your perfect, partner to be able to create this place, this amazing place in your community that's making at the minimum $23,000 a month, right? Would you have even been able to believe that?
No, not at all. Not at all. And trust me, there were times where I was discouraged because I was like, am I in the right place? Is it the right timing? Do I need to get a full-time job until I get to where I want to be? And you know what? It always brought it back to, no, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. This is the time I need to do all the planning. This is the time I need to do all the marketing. This is the time. And to be honest with you, I didn't start marketing until about a month before I opened. So I mean, it works. It works. I mean, you have great resources. The team has so much knowledge within our soul sisters. Oh my goodness. Like, it's amazing. I am just so excited. I've learned so much. I learn so much all the time from you all. Thank you.
That. Yes. Now, last question. If you, I'm sure there's some listeners here that are probably on the fence because they are concerned, like, how in the world could I ever create like a full-time income? Like, I've just always had a job, I've had a paycheck, I've had the security. I don't know that I could really create a full-time income with online or local preschool. What would you say to those people who are considering joining Preschool All-Stars, but they're worried about, but what about that, right? Can you really create a full-time income on this?
You definitely can. You always have to keep your eye on the prize. And with the amount for the membership, it is not expensive at all. And you could figure a way to even just, if you're working full time now, just put it away. Put that money away. And I mean, when you get it taken out every month, you have that cushion that's still there. And when you do open and when you're ready to go full on, you have it. It's done, and it's going to come right back to you. You're only stopping. It's only you that stops you. No one else can stop you. And you're investing in yourself, and that's the best investment you could ever do.
I love it. You're amazing, Monique. Thank you again, my friend.
Thank you, Joy. Thanks for having me. Bye, everyone.
All right. We'll see you. That was amazing.